Do you want me to like plug the Starfund pay-per-view or? Okay. Can you give me the all gas, no brakes line? Yeah, yeah. Do you mind?
I can give it to you, or you can just steal it.
All right, I'll steal it.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to say the feeling out process is thrown out the window.
Fight to the top, it's time to go. Play hard, hit harder. Tonight is ours. From the left to the right, we're coming for you. The lights are up, the crowd is loud. Fight to the top, it's time to go. Play hard, hit harder. Tonight is ours. From the left to the right, we're coming for you. The lights are up.
Got to be careful here. That gets taken down.
Hope he gets loose from the back here.
Looking for him to pay the price. Big elbow.
This isn't going to last long.
Oh my goodness, dropping bomb! Oh, and that's all. That is all. And he goes to the kick that's perfectly timed.
And he taps. That's some combat.
Looking for a power takedown. Big slam by the cleaner. Look out here, might have a mounted guillotine in the making.
And he puts him.
Ow.
Oh, he got caught! Oh, wow. Caught him with a spinning kick.
Dean Camargo brings down Stone Cold to the match right there. Beautiful job by Dean Camargo. Oh!
He's done! Whoa! You take a look at Burbank, California, the home of entertainment industry heavy hitters, the likes of Walt Disney Studios, Universal Studios, and Warner Brothers. And when you talk about heavy hitters, you talk about UpNext Fighting and the Warriors that are going to do battle inside the cage for UNF26. A huge night of MMA coming your way from the Marriott Event Center in Burbank, California. Hey everybody, Todd Kennelly here along with Jonathan King and the Schmo. And as we saw, we are in a mecca of entertainment. And tonight is all about entertainment. UNF26, 13 big fights, 2 title fights, 3 big professional fights, but 3 big fights coming your way live and free on YouTube and Instagram. And guys, they will feature our rising stars. 2 of the fights, 2-minute rounds. One of them 3-minute rounds. Jonathan, it is the feeling out process is thrown squarely out the window in these rising stars fights.
Yeah, absolutely. It's all gas, no brakes. These guys step inside that cage and they're chomping at the bit like a racehorse. They meet right in the center of the cage, and the guy who is the most aggressive usually comes out on top because there's not a lot of time to ply your craft.
Our rising stars really are treated and conduct themselves as true professionals because they come from some of the greatest camps, some of the greatest gyms in all of MMA, Schmo. And again, though, we've got some returning favorites, but also some fighters making their debut, so the unpredictability is very exciting.
Some new blood, 2 fighters making their debut right here. Also the return of Jason Jones Jr., Hawk style on full display. We're going to see who's going to shine in the bright lights and who's going to fold under the bright lights. Cannot wait to get all the action underway.
I love it. You know, I just visited the Walk of Fame star of Ozzy Osbourne, the Prince of Darkness, an absolute icon in music and entertainment that we lost this week. But with what we just said about the rising stars here live on YouTube and Instagram, it will truly be a crazy train of action. So fans, all I can say to that is, all aboard! Let's head up to Rain and get this party started.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to UNF26, live from the Burbank Marriott Event Center in Burbank, California. This event is sanctioned by the California State Athletic Commission. Your commissioner and chair is Pete Villegas. Executive officer is Andy Foster. Our cage supervisors for tonight, Feisty, Angelica Reyes, and Sean Wells. Our judges this evening, Felicia O, Giovanni Varela, Chris Krell, and Artur Chivichan. Our referees, John Romero, Mark Reyes, Steve Quick, and Herb Dean. And our timekeeper this evening, Irene Howard. And now, Burbank, California, are you ready to see the future of the fight game? Let's bring out our fighters for our first bout of the evening. Starting with our rising star from the blue corner, Giovanni Corona.
We welcome everyone who is watching live on Starfund stream, as well as live on YouTube and Instagram. We talked about it, guys. Fighters stepping under the bright lights for the very first time. That is the case for Giovanni Corona making his debut. He said he's been putting in the work. He's ready to make the next step. In our pre-fight interview, Jonathan, he said, I'm chilling. I think I'm going to win.
Yeah, he was very relaxed, very calm, cool, and collected. Looked like a kid that was getting ready to step into the playground, not inside a cage for a fight. 19 years of age, making his debut. He's been training for a year. And, you know, you asked him what made you think it was time, and he was like, I don't know, I'm just here to have fun.
And Schmo, you know, Jonathan referenced him, Giovanni Corona, as a kid. He's just 1 year north of that at 19 years of age.
Young guy, look the poise and look at the condition he's in. Not an ounce of fat on that body, and you could just see he's beaming with confidence. 19 years young, the world is his oyster.
Out of Universal Training Facility, played football, and now, after a year of training, steps into the cage. Let's take a closer look here at Giovanni Corona.
He weighed in at 116.6 pounds, standing 5'11". As you mentioned, 19 years young. He's got an all-around style, training out of Universal Training Facility.
Favorite fighter, John Bones Jones. That's a good pick. Recently retired. Well, maybe, maybe not. Well-rounded fighter and eats in and out for his cheat meals. And I bet after the weigh-in, he did just that.
The keys to the kingdom for Giovanni. He's got to be Mozart in there. Conduct the orchestra. Hearing aids. Listen to your corners and do what they say. And easy, doggy. Don't over-pursue.
As now we await his opponent, who does have one fight under his belt. Take it away, Rain.
And please welcome his opponent, out of the red corner, Edward Zohrabyan.
So far, so good for Edward Zohrabyan. Comes in undefeated, 1-0, also 19 years of age. Comes off a unanimous decision victory over highly touted kickboxer David Marquez, the death dealer, back at UNF22. Tries to keep things rolling here at UNF26. Let's take a closer look at Zohrabyan.
He weighed in at 123.6 pounds, standing 5 feet 6 inches tall. He's also 19 years of age. He's got that striking style representing GFC.
Ilya Topuria, another hot prospect and huge star in MMA, so a good pick there. High fight IQ and punching power. He's got the experience advantage as well. As we take a look at the keys.
The keys to the kingdom for Edward Zohrabyan. It's old hat for him, man. Rely on that experience. Be a Range Rover. Find the distance and maintain your punching power from a distance. And mat play if the fight gives you the opportunity to get it to the mat.
That victory, he said it was the best experience of his life as we head back to the cage and Rain Cruz.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is set for 3 rounds in the Rising Stars flyweight division, and it's presented by Kashishan and Zakarian Real Estate. Your referee in charge of this action, John Romero. Introducing first, out of the blue corner, making his debut tonight. He is an all-around fighter standing at 5'11", weighing in at 116.6 pounds. Representing Universal Training Facility and fighting out of Adelanto, California, Giovanni Corona. And his opponent out of the red corner, a striker with 1 win and no losses. He stands 5'6", weighing in at 123.6 pounds. Representing GFC and fighting out of Glendale, California, Edward Zohrabyan.
Stage is set for this flyweight battle at 125 pounds. A battle of youngsters, a battle of 19-year-olds. Zohrabyan, Corona, it's up next. Todd Kennelly, Jonathan King, the Schmo here with the call to action. And gentlemen, this one of those fights. These guys south of 3 fights, so the shin guards are on, 2-minute rounds, and should be a lot of fun. You get to see the baby pictures of perhaps future stars of the great sport.
Oh, buried that heel. Zohrabyan with a nasty heel kick, spinning heel kick, but
Looked a little low.
yeah,
Might have
the
been.
referee called it low. I thought it was a good shot.
Official steps in there, and Corona will have time to recover. Fireworks early in this one.
Little shades of John Jones versus Stipe Miocic with that spinning back kick right there. Just didn't land on the right location.
There you go, the Schmo historian.
He may have
For certain.
He may have landed with his toes to the lower area, but that heel was right in the stomach, it looked like.
Official having some words there with Edward Zohrabyan. Again, Zohrabyan comes in with an experience edge. 1-0's got that one fight. So, you know, for Giovanni Corona, he might be battling a bit of those jitters. And we'll see if he can overcome that. Looking to get flashy with the kicks again. was Zohrabyan. Now lowers the level and takes down Corona right in front of our broadcast position here, guys.
Yeah, I touched on that in the keys to the victory. I thought if he had the opportunity to bring the fight to the mat to take advantage of it, because his opponent's only been training for 9 months, a year, so if anything, he's going to show some weakness on the mat, but he gets back. Very good job by Giovanni.
Yeah, showing great composure there, and now Giovanni Corona starts to answer with some shots through an elbow there, Schmo.
Good way to shake the cobwebs early, was able to get up from that takedown.
Oh, nice overhand right.
That one lands.
And Zohrabyan is just conducting himself with so much confidence. He's out of a great camp of Glendale Fight Club, a storied camp here in the Southern California region. He's got that one win under his belt, and he's riding high with that confidence. You can just see it, guys, in his body language. But Corona not backing down as well. But a little loopy, a little sloppy with his shots is Corona so far, Jonathan.
Yeah, and he's dropping his hands. You see his hands at his hips as he eats that right hand. Got to keep those hands high. Another right hand landing for Zohrabyan.
Zohrabyan really measured him with that right hand, Schmo.
He's doing a good job cutting off the cage, putting him right where he wants right there, and mixing up the shots to the body and to the head.
Looking for the spinning back fist. Well, that has been an effective weapon in UNF. Just think back to Gregor Balkian and Jason Jones Jr. But after one, how do you guys see it, Schmo, on your unofficial Schmo card?
Zohrabyan applying pressure, did land the takedown, pressing offensively, mixing up the striking. We give it 10-9 to Zohrabyan on the unofficial Schmo card.
I'll tell you what, Jonathan, we're going to take a look back at the action. You know, Corona.
Saw that spinning back kick right there.
Yeah, it's quite a bit taller, as you can see here.
That was a clean shot. Landed on the belt line.
But he hasn't been able to utilize that reach because Zohrabyan got inside with stuff like this.
Yeah, he doubled up on that spin kick and missed, but was able to parlay it into a takedown. Excellent first round for Zohrabyan. Very educated approach for the youngster.
Saw a sneaky right hand there as well by Zohrabyan.
And Corona acknowledged that too. Usually when they stick their tongue out and they smile, they're acknowledging that shot hurt.
No doubt about it. See it many times in the sweet science of boxing as well. Again, a big foundation of mixed martial arts. Round two coming your way. Again, these 2-minute rounds, they go by in a blink of an eye. And we'll see if maybe Giovanni Corona can settle in. He's got one round under his belt now. He got to talk to his corner in between rounds. We'll see if he can settle in, be a little less frantic.
He's got a lot of confidence, but I think when he looks back at this tape, oh, that was low.
Well, I guess even the score.
That's right. That one, we heard it directly on the cup.
So shot under the belt line there by Corona to Zohrabyan. Now shoe is on the other foot. Zohrabyan will have time to recover, but as you mentioned, Jonathan, you thought that shot in the first round was legal.
Yeah, it looked like it was on the belt line to me, and if it lands on the belt line, that's a legal blow. It was the toes that may have touched the lower region, but the heel was right in spot. Zohrabyan trying to bounce now to get everything back in place.
Let's take a look back at it here.
This one was definitely low. You see right there, right in the mummy, daddy button. Oh,
Ding
my gosh.
dong. Man. That'll make you wince. Wherever you're watching on YouTube, Instagram, or Starfund stream. But
that'll certainly make your knees wheeze.
it will. And I'll tell you what, Schmo, it really does change the momentum of this thing, too. We'll see who gets the better after this break in the action.
Yeah, Corona to start the round two. He loaded up on that right hand, didn't land. Let's see if this calms some nerves as we resume action right now.
Yeah, you saw Corona throw that big right hand, that looping right, but as he did, he overcommits, and he leaves himself open for either the level change takedown or for the counter shot from Zohrabyan.
I started to mention it. Corona is 5 inches taller. You got to think that equates to some reach, but do you think he can maybe start to try and establish the jab and use some reach and maybe get some distance using the kicks and using the jab?
I'm sure that's what the game plan is, but you know what they say, once you get punched in the face, all game plans go out the window. So Corona's taking a couple big shots here from Zohrabyan. Zohrabyan, nice push kick there.
And the strikes of Zohrabyan certainly seem to be crisper. And the quickest way between two spaces, Schmo, is a straight line, and Zohrabyan throws a frozen rope.
And he's able to counter too. He countered right there to the body, and that one hurt Corona. And really good early on, good head kick right there. I like the way he was hitting the low kick too, giving him a lot to think about.
Oh! Spinning heel kick again up high, but just getting partially blocked there by Corona. Good job defensively by Giovanni, but he eats a nasty left-right combination from Zohrabyan.
Inside half a minute to go now, and Zohrabyan starting to cook with gas and pour it on here, brimming with confidence. But utilizing that kick for distance, big spinning back kick again by Zohrabyan. Final seconds of the second round. We got some fireworks here. Second round comes to a close. And Schmo is Zohrabyan pitching the shutout.
Certainly so far, he's throwing a whole barrage of kicks and punches, mixing it up, applying the pressure. Another 10-9 round for Zohrabyan.
Let's take a look back at the action. There was a lot of it. There you saw that foul early. Turnabout is fair play, maybe not in this case. Nice leg kick there.
And you saw how low that leg kick is, was low on the calf. Wearing those shin guards is gonna help, but it's still gonna hurt. And you see after he misses, when Giovanni misses, he misses big. You know what I mean? And when Zohrabyan misses, he misses small. And they say aim small, miss small. You don't wanna miss big. You miss big, you leave yourself open for a counter shot or for that level change takedown.
That may be the case, Schmo, but Zohrabyan keeps going back to the well for that spinning back kick. It hasn't really, hit pay dirt that often. Do you think that perhaps, even in his first fight, Giovanni Corona can find a way to counter that?
Ladies and gentlemen,
I
this
mean, look,
is the
he's been throwing it in the
and
first
final
round. He's been throwing it in the second round. Corona, he's been able to pick it up now. Let's see in round 3 if he can find a way to make his mark.
Zohrabyan's got one win under his belt. He went the distance. It was unanimous decision. And again, the striking and the composure of Zohrabyan is evident here. Much crisper.
Much crisper, much cleaner. The technique is much better. Hats off to Giovanni. He took on a very tough opponent in his debut, and he's doing a good job putting on a show, but he's overcommitting too much with the hands, and that leaves himself open for Zohrabyan to pick his shots.
I'd love to see him use the reach. Again, going low there is Zohrabyan and trying to take that foundation. Nice left hand there by Zohrabyan. Starts to pick up the pace here, Schmo.
As he's applying the pressure, there's a spinning back kick too, and you just can see by the body language too, the confidence of Zohrabyan. Walking his opponent down, nice left, right up the pipe.
Another left hook lands.
It did. Some of the most impactful shots of the fight now by Edward Zohrabyan, who has got a sense of urgency. Again, he's got a unanimous decision victory under his belt. He'd love to add a finish. Spinning back fist attempt, just missed. A little bit high.
Again, another example of Corona striking and leading his chin forward.
The official's gonna take a good look at this and steps in there. Again, when you have these rising stars, they're not gonna allow people to eat unnecessary punishment too much if they don't really have a hope of winning this fight. And this thing was getting away from Giovanni Corona in a hurry. Dominant victory there by Edward Zohrabyan, who will pick up the TKO win. Well, we talked about all gas, no brakes, Jonathan, and that was really the case for Zohrabyan from the opening bell. He was throwing everything in the toolbox.
Yeah, he wasn't looking to set up his punches. He was looking to take somebody's head off.
Yep.
Very clean technique, though, from Zohrabyan. And it's very stark contrast between these two 19-year-olds. You see a guy who's been training most of his life versus a guy who's been training for about a year, and you get to see the difference in their skill set, and that was evident in that fight right there.
That's a great point. Edward Zohrabyan started in karate at 3 years old. He's got tons of grappling tournament experience. He's a college student studying business. Well, he might be on his way to heading to the head of the class.
Not only that, but he was giving his opponent the business as well.
Impressive stuff there by Zohrabyan in only his second fight. He seems to have all the intangibles. Again, comes from a great camp in Glendale Fight Club as we head back to the cage to make it all official. Edward Zohrabyan's got all the tools to be something special if he can keep the momentum flowing. Everything going his way thus far as Rain Cruz will make it all official.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee John Romero has called a stop to this bout at 1 minute and 32 seconds of round number 3, declaring your winner by TKO out of the red corner, Edward Zohrabyan.
2-0 there for Edward Zohrabyan. The Schmo standing by to get a word with your victor.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with your winner. Zohrabyan, listen, you were able to walk down your opponent. You were able to apply pressure in all 3 rounds. Why were you so confident in your skill set coming into the cage this evening?
I've been working really hard for this fight, you know, and I just came here to show everybody that take the belt. I'm able to everybody in my way to get the belt, yeah.
What was working for you this evening inside this UpNext fighting cage?
My boxing lately, and it paid off.
2-0 now. What is up next for you? It's open for the belt. We appreciate you giving it your all inside the cage. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your winner. Todd and John, back to you.
Edward Zohrabyan gets the win, 2-0, adds his first finish. He's got a unanimous decision and now a round 2 TKO. And we're going to take a look back at some of the action, and there was a lot of it, especially coming at the hands of Edward Zohrabyan out of Glendale Fight Club. Jonathan, we're going to take a look back. This guy, Zohrabyan, I'll tell you, was absolutely oozing confidence from the opening bell.
Yeah. Technique, you can't teach technique like, I mean, you can teach technique like that, but you see the big difference between technique between these two fighters. As I mentioned, he's been training since he's a little kid, you know what I mean? Very crisp striking, very hard punches, didn't set anything up, was looking to take somebody's head off. Very tough fighter. This kid's he's got all the tools, and those tools are very sharp, Todd.
Yeah, showed composure through the low blow as well at the beginning of the second round and just kept throwing. I mean, just high output. Look at that kick in there. It was so fast, I don't even think we saw it in real time, and was just putting together an absolute plethora of strikes was Edward Zohrabyan.
Could just see the confidence growing from round to round, getting closer, inching up. The range didn't bother him at all, and there's where the referee said no more.
One fight, one finish thus far. You want action, you've come to the right place. Let's take a look at the stoppage here. That big left hook.
Knocked the mouthpiece out.
Official had seen enough. Again, when you got rising stars, fighter safety is paramount, and Zohrabyan certainly earned that big victory, however. And we are going to keep things rolling with a flyweight battle at 125 pounds as the assassin, Yassine Saededdin, faces Elijah Duke. It's up next. 2-2-2 fighters gonna collide.
All right, Burbank, California. Let's bring out our next set of fighters, starting with our rising star from the blue corner, Elijah Duke.
Elijah Duke, 7-year Marine Corps veteran, now works as a carpenter and a bartender. He wants to serve up some big strikes here. Said his time in the Corps taught him discipline and resiliency. His brother is active in the Air Force, stationed in Arizona, and made the trek here, guys, for this one. Big fight for his bro. Let's take a closer look at Elijah.
He weighed in at 124.6 pounds, standing 5 feet, 5 inches tall, 29 years young. He's got that freestyle mixed martial arts, fighting out of Fight Science MMA.
You take a look at more of his particulars. This guy does have fight awareness, and he's going to have his head on a swivel after being in the Marines. You see, he's a veteran, and he's looking to improve to a winning record. Let's look at the keys.
For Action Jackson for Elijah Duke. Stay action from the opening bell. fake out, utilize feints to create openings, and counter intelligence is very important. Counter punch in combination.
And please welcome his opponent out of the red corner, Yassine Saededdin.
The assassin, Yassine Saededdin, he said in his pre-fight interview, look, I just go. I'm gonna bring it. 2-2. Both of his wins, guys, round one knockouts. He had a 34-second round one KO over Jesus Cardenas with a head kick. This guy is action personified. However, he's coming off of a round two submission loss to Pedro Caceres at UNF19. Looking to get back to his winning ways here in UNF as we take a closer look at Saededdin.
He weighed in at 125 pounds, standing 5 feet 6 inches tall. He's 22 years young. He's got that all-around style, representing mat space BJJ and six-side Muay Thai.
You can take a look at some of his favorites, the guys that inspired him to be in this sport. I said it, he says, I just go. He wants to celebrate with his family, friends, and teammates. And he says if his family bows out, he'll keep the party rolling.
The keys to the kingdom for Saededdin, the assassin, level up, look for that level change. Fish hook, you do not want to get caught creating openings. And be Beethoven, you want to stay composed at all times inside that cage.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is set for 3 rounds in the Rising Stars flyweight division, and it's presented by the Rover Spot. Your referee in charge, Big Mark Reyes. Introducing first, out of the blue corner, a freestyle fighter with a record of 2 wins and 2 losses. All of his victories are by way of stoppage. He stands 5'5", weighing in at 124.6 pounds. Representing Fight Science MMA and fighting out of Los Angeles, California, by way of Brooklyn, New York, Elijah Joe. And his opponent out of the red corner, an all-around fighter with a record of 2 wins and 2 losses. All of his victories are by way of knockout. He stands 5'6", weighing in at 125 pounds. Representing mat space BJJ and six-side Muay Thai. And fighting out of Santa Clarita, California, Yassine, the Assassin Saededdin.
This is the 5th fight for both Elijah Duke out of the blue corner and the assassin Yassine Saededdin out of the red corner. So the shin guards are gone, and both these guys come in with 2-2 records, both looking to improve to a winning record. And guys, 4 victories inside the MMA cage between these two, and they've all come by way of finish. 2 first-round knockouts for the assassin, aptly named Yassine Saededdin, and a KO and a submission victory for Elijah Duke. Don't blink, you might miss something in this one.
The assassin also has a very nasty highlight reel head kick knockout on his resume, and he just missed one right there.
Goes downstairs and got Elijah Duke off balance. Did Yassine Saededdin, and Saededdin no stranger to fans of UNF.
No feeling out process right now. This is all action right off the bat. He might have called him out to man in the box by Alice in Chains, but he's ready to come out of the box, the assassin.
No
He
doubt.
came out of the box firing, certainly did.
Looking to break out in a big way.
You see Elijah Duke using that lead hand to frame, create a little bit of a range here. Bit of a range finder, trying to find a home for that jab. Again, everything works off the jab.
These guys have a little bit more time to work with 3 minutes, and you know, as they say, fools rush in. Now blitzing in is Elijah Duke. Underhooks now by Yassine Saededdin, right in our lap, up against the cage here, jockeying for position. And looking for the foot stomps there is Saededdin right here in his corner. Mr. Nasty offering some nasty advice there, looking for the foot stomp. Matthew Nestor.
Right to my right now, and liking what he's seeing out of his teammate right here. Calling an action right here, pressing against the cage.
Saededdin doing a good job of executing exactly what his cornermen are saying to him. Perfect position right in front of his corner. Now taking the back of Elijah Duke. Looks a little high here.
He is. This corner asking for the hooks, but Elijah Duke gets out of that. Now Elijah Duke takes the back of Yassine Saededdin and starts to uncork here.
Saededdin doing a good job to get back to a vertical base here. Now playing with the hands here, fighting the hands, trying to get free.
Ooh, some nasty knees to the hamstrings there, Schmo.
Hey, that's a good way to tire out your opponent and take some thunder out of those punches, going to those biggest muscles in the body and the thighs.
Round and round they go. Where it stops, no one really knows here. Elijah Duke is getting really aggressive after Saededdin was riding a little high and slipped off here. And Elijah Duke's been trying to take advantage ever since, Jonathan. Big spinning back kick upstairs.
Just missed. Landing that one is Saededdin did a good job of covering up. Nice right hand from Saededdin as Duke again presses the action.
Again, both these guys have the ability to turn out your lights in a hurry. We are in Burbank, California, known for its studios that have created a lot of action blockbusters. And we look like we got another one on our hands here. Final seconds, Elijah Duke is uncorking some serious offense here, trying to punctuate the round. First round comes to a close.
A little bit of a leak on the nose of the assassin Yassine Saededdin.
All right, Schmo, how do you see it after one?
Exactly what you just mentioned, partner. We see the leakage on the bridge of the nose. Elijah Dukes, he didn't come out hot, but he finished the round extremely hot. Offensive pressure, putting on the action. We give it 10-9 to the Spartan Flow system, Elijah Duke, after one.
There you go. There you saw Duke, when he got off balance, actually caught him with a kick in the process.
Yeah, it was like Dickens said, it was the best of times, it was the worst of times for both of these guys. They both had their moments, but I agree with the Schmo. I think Duke did his best work at the end of the round, and I think that's going to sway the judges' scorecard.
This bit was pivotal here. The assassin was riding a little high out the back door when Elijah Duke, and he was able to capitalize, Schmo.
It changed the momentum of the round, because he was able to reverse the position. They bring the fight to the feet, and as you can see, the barrage of punches against the cage, working the body, working upstairs. Might have stole the round that way.
These guys have 6 more minutes to work here. Second round coming your way now after an action-packed round one. Who can get the advantage here in round two? Time to fight on at UpNext Fighting 26.
Big swing and a miss with the spinning heel kick for Saededdin. Oh, crisp jab from Elijah Duke. Just absolutely starched the assassin with
and
that.
Then changes stances.
Oh,
Duke only dropped him. Oh, just
My
like
Lord.
Oh! We talk about a stinging jab in combat sports. That was one if we ever have seen one, Schmo.
Starched, sent them down. And Rising Stars Division, we're not going to waste any time. As clean as it gets, very impressive from Elijah Duke.
Yeah, that was a clean right hand. Starched him once, came back with it again, and finished the fight. Great job by Elijah Duke.
More starch than a bakery. My goodness, just caught him, dropped him. Like I said, you might blink, you might miss some in this one. If you blinked, you missed that. Just a straight right that floored him. Incredible, incredible stuff. And again, in these Rising Stars fights, it can end just like that, gentlemen. Elijah Duke is going to get the Duke in impressive fashion.
Yeah, he's a really, really strong fighter. Let's get a look at the replay here. You see that big swing and a miss from Saededdin and that right hand right on the button. Good night, Irene.
Turned him inside out. Schmo, do you agree with the stoppage?
Oh, absolutely. He missed with that high kick. He was ready for the counter, and he put him out. Great stoppage. Rising Stars save him for another fight, for another day. Can't be upset with it.
Turned him inside out with a straight shot. Another look at it. Right on the button. Ding dong, down goes the assassin. Boy, Duke was the sniper with that jab.
Yeah, he certainly wasn't. It took him a long time to figure out his range, to find out how he was going to fight Saededdin. It was a little bit of a feeling out process in that first round. But once Saededdin was able to make that mistake, looking for the takedown, it was all Elijah Duke after that. And like you said, he picked up the Duke.
Elijah Duke had great momentum at the end of that first round, and he carried it into the second round. And then, man, a jab that was around the world. Let's go back to the cage, make it all official.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mark Reyes has called a stop to this bout at 26 seconds of round number 2, declaring your winner by knockout out of the blue corner, Elijah Duke.
Big victory by Elijah Duke. The Schmo standing by to get a word.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with your winner, Elijah Duke. That right hand was flush. You starched him right up the middle. He missed with that high kick. Walk us through what you saw in that moment.
First of all, before I say anything, I wouldn't be the man I am today. I wouldn't be standing in this cage. I wouldn't be on this path if God didn't wake me up this morning, gave me 2 legs, 2 arms, put breath in my lungs. The things that God has done for me, I could have never even conceptualized myself. So first things first, I'd like to give thanks to God. I'd like to give thanks to Jesus Christ for giving me a second chance at life. Also, with that being said, I want to straight down the middle. I saw the kick. I faded back, saw an opening, straight down the middle. We practice it every day. Got the knockout.
What was said to you between the first round and the second round, because you had a great confidence booster with a barrage of punches, and then you turned it on in that round too?
To be honest, I had a lot of things that I wanted to try in the ring in the first round. I was trying to cycle through them. Coach told me, just settle down. You don't got to show everything all at once. You could have a fight today, have a fight the next day. You can show it then. So I calmed down, shot the 2, easy.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your winner, Elijah Duke.
I love my brother so much. I was pissed at him for showing up when I was cutting weight. But I love him. I love him for being here.
Todd and John, back to you.
Well, it was worth the trip. Again, his brother in the Air Force Station in Arizona made the trip. And it was well worth it, I would think, to see his brother win with a jab. I mean, how often, Jonathan, you've called many a fights? We've called.
It wasn't a jab.
many
It was a
fights
2.
together.
It was a 2. It was a straight right hand.
You got Zane Palacio in there as well. Well, yeah, but he was changing stances, so there you have it. But, yeah, we'll take a look back at it. And Elijah Duke and Yassine Saededdin, 2 fighters that came in throwing for broke early. And we look back at some of the action here back from the first round.
Yeah, we talked about it in the opening. It's all gas, no brakes, and that's what you saw in this fight. In the first round, both fighters met in the center of the cage and both gave it as everything that they had. At the end of the fight, it ended up being for Elijah Duke, but both these guys put on tremendous performances.
I think the Assassin was well on his way to winning the first round, but just gave up position there. And that cost him, and now we see it. Looking back at some of the fireworks from this one. And that was that barrage late in the first round.
That's that starching jab that you saw there. And there it is.
You're right, it was a 2. That's straight right.
Hand, right on the chin.
But Elijah Duke is very dangerous because he did change stances several times and loaded up that big straight right, Schmo.
Well, in respect to his favorite fighter, Zabit Magomedsharipov, in great fashion, able to take the fight anywhere, switch stances, not going to be predictable. Well done. Well done.
Straight right hand, and that was it. Turned him inside out. What a win by Elijah Duke, who now improves to a winning record. Sky's the limit for this guy. More action coming your way. A UNF fan favorite, the Hawk, Jason Jones Jr., fresh off of the first victory, a round one knockout over Savaka Kopian, returns to the UNF cage as he takes on Arman Harutyunyan, and it's up next. Battle in the welterweight division.
All right, Burbank, California, if you're ready for another Rising Star action, give me a hell yeah! Please welcome our fighter from the blue corner, Jason Jones Jr.
For the Hawk, for a while, if it wasn't for bad luck, he would have no luck at all. He had a unanimous decision loss to Diego Sanchez, was winning a fight against Sir Gregor, and then caught a hellacious spinning back fist in a round 3 submission loss to Connor Lesty. But now, last time out, he turned it around with a big knockout win over Savaka Kopian. Let's take a closer look at the Hawk.
He weighed in 163.4 pounds, standing 6 feet 2 inches tall, 24 years young. He's got that freestyle mixed martial arts game, training out of the OG Training Center.
Favorite is Iron Mike Tyson, dumb enough to be good at fighting. He loves to make music and creating art. He's got a haircut reminiscent of Hawk of the Legion of Doom.
Yeah, he's got that reverse Hawk. The keys to victory for Jason Jones: be a jabbermouth, set up the attack, look to land the check hook because that's always been one of his best punches, and be an old soul. Take advantage of the experience that you have over your opponent and look for the win.
Here to set the stage, Rain Cruz.
And please welcome his opponent out of the red corner, Arman Harutyunyan.
Great reception here for Arman Harutyunyan. Fix, which in pre-fight interview, Jonathan, he said is short for an Armenian word that basically means show off or flashy. Another 19-year-old stepping into action for the first time.
Yeah.
Let's take a closer look here at Fix.
He weighed in 164.2 pounds, sitting 6 feet 1 inches tall, 19 years young. He's got that all-around mixed martial arts style, representing Kazakhstan MMA.
We got Dave Roberts in his corner, Ilya Topuria, Nate Diaz, two great scrappers. He said, I'm good, I'm dangerous everywhere. And he said, life revolves around the gym as we look at the keys to the kingdom.
For Arman Harutyunyan, he's got to be Janet Jackson in there. Stay controlled. Brawl and stall. You know what I mean? Don't get lured into a brawl. Patience is a virtue. Be patient in there and look to land your punches patient.
Another fight that has got serious powder keg mentality. Here to set the stage as only she can, our own Rain Cruz.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is set for 3 rounds in the Rising Stars welterweight division, and it's presented by XT Auto Group. Your referee in charge of this action, Steve Quick. Introducing first, out of the blue corner, entering his 5th career bout. He's a freestyle fighter standing at 6'2", weighing in at 163.4 pounds. Representing OG Training Center and fighting out of Riverside, California, the Hawk, Jason Jones Jr. And his opponent out of the red corner, making his debut tonight. He is a mixed martial artist, standing at 6'1", weighing in at 164.2 pounds. Representing Kazakhstan MMA and fighting out of Hollywood, California, Arman Harutyunyan.
Stage is set for this battle in the welterweight division. Two dynamic athletes about to clash. Only 2-minute rounds in this one, so expect serious fireworks. The Hawk, again with that haircut, or hawk cut, I guess you could say, reminiscent of Hawk of the Road Warriors, the Legion of Doom. Oh, what a rush indeed. Taking on, however, Armin Harutyunyan, who comes from a great camp at Highstand MMA. We talked about training. Oh, they are trading early, guys.
Wasted no time right off the bat.
You see already Harutyunyan's chin wide up in the air. He's got to protect that chin, but he's landing some big punches.
Both are trading like Wall Street here, head kick. And Harutyunyan is the one really moving forward here, Schmo, at the moment.
Harutyunyan said on our social media yesterday he's looking for that first round KO. He wants to make the lights completely out of Jason Jones Jr. Let's see if he can do that here in round one.
Jones, though, ends in top position here, Jonathan, working out of the half guard.
Yeah, it was a great
Armin
job.
Harutyunyan.
Great job to parlay the aggression of Harutyunyan into a takedown. Jones able to level change and bring the fight to the mat. Looking for the head and arm here.
Oh, that's...
Well, he's coming off of the first knockout victory of his career. He'd love to add a submission. Would the Hawk, if he could. Out of there is Harutyunyan, but posturing up is the Hawk. And he's got some serious power in those punches, guys. We've seen it.
Doing a good job of controlling the legs of Harutyunyan. Harutyunyan closing the guard, but eating some nasty hammer fists.
Shot after shot by the Hawk here, Schmo. Harutyunyan's got to get something going to defend this. As a rising star, the referee's going to take a good look.
Yeah, he's got to create space right now. He's not doing a good job of stopping that right hand of Jason Jones Jr. And Jones right now can posture up, get that right arm free and go over the top. They could take a good look at this and end this thing pretty soon here.
Final seconds of the round, and it has been all the Hawk. He's flying high here in the final seconds of round one, giving him the business, and really took full advantage of that takedown. Schmo, how do you see it on the Schmo card?
Wouldn't call it a 10-8, but certainly a defiant 10-9 for Jason Jones Jr. Most of this round at top position and just raining that ground and pound with that right hand to end the round. The visuals speak for itself.
Jonathan, I know you're taking a good look in the corner here of Harutyunyan and his body language, but take us through some of the action here.
Yeah, I did not like the way he reacted to the end of that round, breathing heavily out of the front, open mouth. Great job by Jason the Hawk Jones, bringing the fight to the mat, controlling position, and just landing some of those nasty ground and pound shots, those hammer fists. Definitely did a lot of damage, and I agree with Schmo on my card. I have Jones firmly in control.
Schmo, I gotta say, Jason Jones is a throwback in many ways. The haircut and those trunks that are kind of reminiscent of the color scheme of Nickelodeon back in the day.
He's got Nickelodeon right there, but up top in the most respectful way possible. It's giving me Sesame Street Big Bird vibes, especially when he is rubbing that hair in the face of his opponent, laying in that ground and pound.
Wonder if it makes him more aerodynamic.
A little bit more of a measured pace from Harutyunyan here.
Yeah, he came out throwing with reckless abandon and got caught a couple times.
You see the chin of Harutyunyan right up in the air. He's got to tuck that chin.
The Hawk looking to change levels here, peppering him with some strikes as well up against the fence. Gonna back out of there now. Oh my God!
He got
out of nowhere! Anything can and often will happen at UpNext Fighting. It was all Hawk until it wasn't. The Hawk got grounded.
Would say he got grounded, but he's up, has his wits right away. He's upset about it. A big, big argument for an early stoppage if the Schmo's ever seen one right here.
But history sadly repeating itself for the Hawk. As you know, the Hawk was in control against Sir Gregor Balki until he got caught with the spinning back fist. Same here, the Hawk was in the driver's seat until he got ejected, courtesy of a big shot that I'm sure we'll see again. All bets are off though in these rising stars. You know, we just saw a fight stop with a straight right hand, and now let's take a look at this stoppage and try and digest it a little bit. Let's take a look back at how this thing ended.
See, swing and a miss with the right hand from Jones, and he eats it looked like a nasty right.
I don't know, Schmo. And
Get another look at it here.
I've seen, look at the way he went down. He was all contorted, and he ate that unanswered second shot there. I've seen fights stop for that or less.
It looked nasty, but as you can see, he had his wits about him right when he faced his opponent and had his hand up. I can see the visual and understand why the referee stopped it, but I don't know, Jason Jones, I can understand why he's upset at the same time.
Remember that old disco song, Upside Down? Boy, you turned me.
Yes. I think it just really comes down, Schmo, as Schmo's going to redirect and get a word with the winner here, as how he went down. He went down so awkwardly, just spinning there. Looked like he was completely out as he went down.
And it was a Rising Stars matchup, so you definitely want to side on caution. Looking at the replay and looking at the eyes roll back at that behind his head, could understand it in the moment for sure now.
Well, 3 fights, 3 finishes. What more do you want from some action here live on YouTube and Instagram? No methodical pace here at UpNext Fighting. We head back to the cage, make it all official.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Steve Quick has called a stop to this bout at 30 seconds of round number 2, declaring your winner by TKO out of the red corner, Armin Harutyunyan.
Harutyunyan gets the big TKO in his debut, and the Schmo standing by.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with your winner. Debut fight, you get the knockout. What's going through your mind right now?
Man, I'm just happy to be here. I'm having a great time, man. What's up, everybody?
What did you see right there? You missed, you were able to counter right there. Did you expect the fight to be over when that shot landed?
I expected the fight to be over in the first round. I slipped, I messed up, my apologies. But I want everybody here to know, hey, nobody else would have taken this fight 4-day notice. I fought 10 days ago on top of it. What's good? Anybody who wanted can get it.
What kind of sushi do you have lined up for you to be eating right up here next?
I'm sorry, what?
What kind of sushi are you going to be eating up here next?
I'm having sushi, man. I don't know what you're talking about.
You're having sushi?
Sushi.
That's what I'm saying. What kind of sushi are you going to be eating?
Shit, anytime, man. Lemon rolls, 911 rolls, whatever y'all got.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your winner! Todd and John, back to you.
Incredible way to make his debut for Armin Harutyunyan. Gets the round 2 TKO over a fan favorite in Jason Jones Jr., the Hawk. The Hawk had it going his way until he didn't, and we're going to take a look back at it. Let's relive the action, and there was lots of it here in the UNF recap. The Hawk was very loose coming in. Again, you had Harutyunyan making his debut. And we had a real firefight here.
They didn't waste any time. They came out, both guys, guns blazing. There was the takedown that Jones was able to get. Parlayed it into some serious ride time in that first round, Todd.
We've been joined by Chris Bruno here on commentary as well. And Jason Jones Jr. went to work at the end of the round, just ground and pound, had everything going his way, did the Hawk.
Yeah, he really did. He looked really good. You know, he got him on the ground. Maybe, you know, there's that big right hand right there that just, you saw he turned his head for a minute and then just so like, oh, here he comes, boom,
yeah,
and then cracked him with the right hand.
He was winning the fight until he wasn't.
I really think it was the way he went down, guys. He got just turned inside out, spun around, looked like a knockout from Mike Tyson's punch out on the original NES. And again, I'm glad it's a Rising Stars fight because you can see how dejected Jason Jones Jr. is. And you know, it's win or learn. And when he goes pro, you know, these losses are going to count. But I mean, I just think this guy's not going to be fighting with a chip on his shoulder. He's going to be fighting with a whole variety pack, Costco box of chips on his shoulder as he moves forward. Big fights coming your way, though, at UNF26 on Starfund stream. You can order the pay-per-view. We've got 10 more fights coming your way, including 2 title fights, 3 professional fights. You saw how exciting the Rising Stars can be, guys. we've got a former Rising Stars champion who never lost that title, the Armenian soldier Pargev Khachatryan, making his pro debut. So much great action, you don't want to miss it.
No, absolutely not. And this guy Pargev, he'd rather throw you than know you. Can't miss this guy's pro debut.
Yeah,
all right,
Pargev's a monster, man. Just can't wait to see this, you guys. I'm totally fired up about this fight tonight.
He is that and so much more. 3 professional fights, 2 Rising Stars titles on the line. We are going to fight on, and we'll see you next time when it's time to fight on. We thank you for joining us on YouTube and Instagram, but why not keep the party going? Join us on Starfund Stream. We'll see you with our next 10 fights coming your way. Taking a break.